Hello. That's not where that goes. Oh my god, I didn't actually set up my other monitor. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh no. I'm looking at it now like nothing is actually there. We're chilling. We're chilling. There we go. Hello, Leah and Jayhawk. I think Leah. I'm assuming because I think I saw a first redemption, but I don't see it on streamer.bot, so I don't know. How we doing? Hopefully you two are good. I saw that Squid was getting rolled in Bridge by Mewtwo before I went live, and I thought that was pretty funny. But, like the stream title says, again, back to try and finish off Brick Red Dye, because we still have Aatrox. And then, I did see, I was in a call with Dokir and Emma last night. I saw that we got another, Midnight Dye 3X. Wow. I'm a genius. So, I might be buying a couple Horseman candles throughout this Skyblock here. One, because I want Midnight Dye. Two, I am like 80 Bestiary off max for that. I think. Sounds about correct. I need to remember not to hit that with my sword. Wait, did I ever actually grab the... I did not. Thanks, Hamilton. Okay, chillin'. I don't know why I do it anyway. I literally discussed, like, minutes ago about how that's not what I need to be doing. I'll figure it out. Also, was that not supposed to be an enchanted coal? Maybe it's just because I killed the ender or the wither skeleton instead of gave me one. Oh. not using a sword. Hoping that I can get... That's new. Maybe I can get another, like, decent day worth of drops today. Because that'll really help out with the upcoming video. Oh shit, that was the final... Okay. I'm a genius. I'm smart. I know what I need to do. I'm also being poisoned. Hi, Luna. Oh shit, I spawned my boss. Did I put Venomous 7 on my Sting? No. Okay, so they are effectively the same level of Venomous. So I'm chilling to just use either one. I spawned a Vanquisher? When? Take a Terra Catalyst, that's not bad. Okay. How are you, Luna? Vibin', that's good. I made an executive decision last night and downloaded Grand Theft Auto onto my PC. Which really sucks because I mean my intent is to play GTA Online on it, but I already have a very, very progressed GTA Online account on PlayStation. Like almost level 200, several, like every business unlocked. I have several of the cars that I've ever wanted and like all this cool shit. And I'm legitimately fully restarting on PC because there's no like there's no shared like anything. And I'm sad. But I'm wanting to get back into playing Grand Theft Auto for some fucking reason. So farming a bunch, went up 3 levels, 2,000 placements, and move power for Iron Man. Nice. When you start farming sunflower, you'll go up a lot there too. Because I'm pretty sure no one farms sunflower for anything. I'm pretty sure most people that made sunflower oil are still running off the sunflower oil that they made on day 1. Because they don't destroy your fucking eyeballs. Well, I mean, they probably do, but... They don't. You get more out of it. Sunflowers are pointless. You can at least make, like, crop fever or something. Not that you could necessarily use it, but you can make it. And then also, it's during nighttime. So there's that. I spawned that, didn't I? Or is that someone else's? This is someone else's. It's mine now. I got you. We already did that. I already had that exact complaint. Minecraft. Textures. Block. Here you go. Paste that tiny little image that I sent you in a texture pack under Minecraft Textures Block. You'll be fine. I specifically changed it to make it look more like what I would assume a moonflower is, considering they used the blue orchid as a moonflower item, which is stupid. But it's what they did. So I made a slightly blue version of a sunflower. What the fuck is happening? Oh, server was restarting. I see. Hello, Beast Jugger. So, you have a texture pack. You open it. You'll see assets. Then you'll see Minecraft. Then you'll see textures. Then you'll see block at some point. There's going to be a lot of them in this folder probably, but block. And then you just paste that in there. It should be named properly already. It should be sunflower underscore front.png. Dude. Oh, look at that. I love shaders. What belt should I use for E-Man? Typical combat belt is adaptive belt, but for now, but E-Man wise, I'm using blue belt for the damage reduction. It's a good question. I mean, adaptive isn't great for damage, so I would stop using that. Molten belt. Probably if you're doing like RCM or something, I guess implosion belt, but I doubt that you're doing RCM. Other than that, isn't Ender belt? Ender belt's good for survivability, but it's not going to give you damage. It's going to be survivability wise better than molten belt though. Let's Luna join a call. Other than that, though, it's gonna be probably your primordial belt if you have one, because it's just good. But if assuming that you're asking this question, you don't have one, so it's going to be either ender belt, molten belt, or I guess since you're using the blue belt, that technically works. But I think that's subjectively probably the worst belt that you could use to your availability. I don't even see the blue belt. Hi. It's right there. Screen share. Hell belt? No. That's not exactly amazing. Leah.
Files, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Okay. So go back. Oh, what in the fuck? Oh yeah, so they don't have any you do need to unzip this if you're going to add anything to it, by the way.
Got it. But they don't have any block thing.
There's no block. Check Dark Skyblock. Are you also using that?
No, that's only 121.5. I can't find a 120.10 version
I could
of it,
absolutely move that over. But go back to the first guy and unzip it.
Extract.
Okay. Should just be there. Go there. Assets. Click that. Textures. Hang on. No, back up. So there, you don't have a Minecraft folder in that, and that's not good. We're going to make a new folder. So in assets, not in there, not CIT. CIT is bad. That's for Skyblock only. So under assets, you're going to make a new folder that says Minecraft, or you're going to click on it.
There's one right there.
Yeah, click it. Okay, textures. And now you're going to create a new folder that's titled block. Go into it. And then paste the image.
I already copied it. I did not. Copy.
You can't copy it directly from Discord. I think you might know that, though.
Save image.
And it should be named sunflower_front.png, right?
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Then that just goes in there.
Downloads. Drag this here.
Okay. And then close that.
Close this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go to Minecraft that I can't see. Hang on, chat.
Boot it up.
Oh God, I have to refresh. If I ever put this YouTube page up, I have to refresh this because there's 2 giant dildos on screen. Thank you, Penguin Zero. I really appreciate your war with Belle Delphine. That's amazing. I don't need that thumbnail on the front of my YouTube page.
Okay, Minecraft is slowly launching. It takes forever.
I only suggest Enderbelt for the HP, and you can any reforges that you put on it or anything, any stat that it has gets doubled on the end at all, right? So you benefit from that, but Molten Belt damage-wise should be better. Are you not screen sharing, or are you screen sharing?
I'm waiting for it to still load.
Oh.
It is still launching. It does take a wee bit of time, sadly.
I mean, yeah, you are using like a dog shit texture pack in terms of performance. Even on modern versions.
It doesn't help that I'm also just running only a CPU, pretty much.
For a CPU-bound game, nonetheless. texture packs are mostly CPU bound. The only thing that still uses other parts of the game or other parts of your computer are shaders. So at least you're not running those.
No, last time I tried that blue screen.
Yeah, because you don't have a GPU.
Even back when I
No.
had a GPU, it's still blue screen.
Hannibal's gonna try to fix a
Okay.
bug I reported that I only seem to find irritating. Okay, that's not descriptive in the slightest. I really appreciate all the detail that you gave on what that bug is.
Just gonna log into Hypixel because I feel like that's where I need to be.
Yeah, probably. So, is this the proper one that's, like, put on?
Not yet.
You should probably put on the one that we hope. So go to your resource packs section in Minecraft.
I haven't zipped it back up.
You
So
don't need to.
I don't need to.
No. Texture packs don't have to be zipped necessarily. See? Look, there it is. The one that's unapplied. You might want to take the other one off.
Yep.
Okay. Now, launch that. And then go to your garden and see if you have a blue sunflower that you wouldn't be able to know the color of because you're colorblind.
As long as it's darker.
It is so much darker. Don't worry.
Oh, hey.
Right?
It works.
Right? It's so much nicer.
That is so much nicer.
I know. It doesn't flash on the
I
wall
appreciate
behind
it.
me. Welcome. Oh.
Well, I appreciate it.
You should probably stop screen sharing.
I'm going to be swapping back over to the other VC.
Have fun. Spursk! I know that guy. Oh shit. Forgot Intel tunings were a thing. Yeah. Hello, Anton. How are you doing? Alright, Leah. What do you need Intel tunings for, Leah? Gotta go to... Okay, have fun. You need for spider? I don't know what I'm doing to do so much damage. Go to bed. Sorry, I can't type. I don't know if you're saying that you're going to bed. But okay. Have a good one, I guess. If automod catches things from now on, I'm not allowing them simply because I just can't see the automod from my new chat thing that I'm using. Which, admittedly, sucks and is a limitation that I don't appreciate about this software. But I get to see every chat and the event list, or the event feed, all at the same time. So, automodding is going to be strictly mod-related. Enjoy the stream. Have a good one, homie. You and your British time or whatever European time that is. I know there's probably other places. Probably the word cult in cultivating. If I had to ask, or if I had to figure out anything. I don't know why it wouldn't have done it there. That, or if you had hoe in the word. It very much doesn't like that because of misogyny. I have that. That is the only, like, any sort of discrimination is the only thing that I have turned slightly up on automod. So that way it will actually catch it and check to see if people are being bad. So, if you said that, I mean, like, you're fine. As long as mods have enough of a brain to understand what the context of the word usage was, you should be chilling. But, unfortunately, I cannot, I wish, in my opinion, that those were more like, neural network, like, training models, the auto mod, rather than, like, per stream, which is very expensive, but, or, like, I could have a word bank in it that can, like, sometimes go through, but I just can't. Kind of bothers me with the security levels that you can set for your stream. If I could just train it off of my chat and proper usage of certain words, that would be chillin', but... No, I have a lot of allowed terms. But it still blocks them. So... It's okay, though, because the way that I have it set up is basically exactly how I want it to happen. In the scenario that, say, Rumbler said Eclipse Ho, it got auto-modded, that's fine. That's kind of exactly what it should do. That way mods can at least check the context to make sure that the word hoe was used as in the farming tool. And not to call somebody a hoe for any particularly degrading reason. Other than a joke, I guess. In certain scenarios, that can be fine. Realistically, eventually I'm going to turn that off, and then if I ever get, like, a mod team that's competent and isn't just Leah, automod will probably get turned off. Also, that's not me saying that Leah's incompetent. She's probably one of the more competent people that I've ever had as a mod, which is sad, but true. And she didn't even get it by any other reason other than admitting to being the deciding factor in a poll. But at the moment, more mods aren't necessarily needed. If I was starting to get to, like, higher levels of stream, maybe. But it's like, I also kind of have to see consistently regular attendance-ish, you know, to a stream, because I don't want to make someone who doesn't want to be in the stream feel like they have to be in the stream to mod, you know? It's not what I want. But if you want to be in the stream and then also participate in a way, that's great, but... And Leah has shown up consistently for like a year and a half or something like that. It's kind of insane. Leah, you should check what your watch time is, if it knows what it is on this username. God damn. You can potentially understand why she might be a moderator. From that point. Like, it legitimately started out as modding her as a joke, but she's, like, genuinely always here. And realistically, she's really nice, too. As much as Leah likes to fuck around and joke around, she's a pretty nice person. It's Sky Hanny. It's just a tablist widget. See? Top left, or top right. Bestiary. It's the exact same stuff. It's just printed on the screen. Someone DM'd me today and added me in my server, asking for my lunar configs. I said, hey, can you export your lunar stuff and, like, send it over? It just makes it simpler. I'm like, well, I mean, I don't use anything on lunar, really, except for the item rarity backgrounds, which I don't even need anymore, and these 2 dungeon things. And then this for videos, and this just so I can see how many frames I have. That's it. And, may I see the settings? What do you mean? What? What do you mean? The settings for the... It's... What? Isn't exporting something with lunar or something that, like, something important? No, you can do it safely, I'm pretty sure. It's just... For me, it's a bit weird because I did have an in-game account switcher, which stored that stuff in my Minecraft folder, and I don't want to do that. Settings to show it on screen. Go to the mod in Sky Hanny, type tab, and then click on the bestiary one, and you'll be fine. Other than that, you have to make sure that the actual widget is on your tab list at all times. Like, it's not... Not that rare. Also, mine, I don't know if I just said hi to you or not, but I feel like I did, but I'm going to say hi to you again just in case I didn't. How are you doing? Also, chat, I'm upset. So Fire and I, on the pearlescent dye video, Fire and I worked on that thumbnail and, like, trying to figure out a way to make the dye look decent. In the 3 thumbnails. Right? And the video started picking up yesterday from, like, 200, and now it's at 800 views or something. And it's doing great, and that's wonderful. But I made 3 thumbnails for it, right? And he and I were really hoping... I'm going to show you the thumbnails. He and I were really hoping... Because he made this one as a joke. Right? Where there's the pearlescent dye, the word pearlescent, and then there's the dragon sitting on top of the dye like a cat. We were hoping this one would win because we thought this was funny as fuck. Obviously, it didn't win. But we also had this one, which I got the glowing effect that I wanted. And then this one, which is just the same thing but with this stupid radial blur in the background on the end. I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm upset, chat. I'm not happy. It did the worst by far. I'm so mad. It wasn't even close. Was Hypixel updating? Me. They're updating me. Tab widget on. Bestiary. Bam. /tab. Bestiary widget on. Pick the bestiaries that you want to show. Bam. In case you didn't understand what I said before. I feel like it could not have been that hard to open the mod yourself, click on it, and figure it out from there. But that's okay. Not gonna lie, it was like maybe 4 buttons. And not even much reading. How dare you? I don't care. You're also what they call capable. So fucking do it. I don't want these. I know it's Aatrox, but I want servers to not be dog shit. Ah! Guys, I think this server is great. Guys. Guys. It has a setting for literally every tab widget. Not a single one is missing. You just can't click them unless you get rid of your search and then scroll it up to the top and click add. Or you click them all. I typed that 5 seconds ago. Gulp. Oh, I have the time changer mod on. This lobby's probably going to restart, and I hate that. Have you considered that level 0s can sometimes be people that previously had an account or profile? Hope this helps. Might help. Could help. Is potentially helpful. I said account, not profile. What client are you using? Worst client. Ringo's an individual mod, not a client. Idiot. No. Lunar. Lunar with fabric mods. I use like 5 mods out of Lunar. Why are we saying Modrinth mods? Modrinth mods? Oh, okay. I'll take it. Yeah. They didn't ask. They didn't say you were asking the stupid question. That's not what he said. Hello, Mac. It's more so that he's just used to having to give very weird answers to things. No, I don't remember you, I'm not gonna lie. When is next year of the witch? If we're about to get Year of Pig, then we get Year of Seal and then Year of Witch again, right? I don't know the skips. Am I gonna be streaming in an hour and a half? Yeah, probably. There are in fact people that ask questions like that, yes. Oh, Squid, thank you for the raid. How was your bridge duel against Mew? How are we doing, Squid Kid chat? Not at all relating to Modron. Yeah. Or Lunar. God. It's fine. I said it right. Good loss to Mew. No, I knew that. I had zero faith in his skills, I'm not gonna lie. I've watched her play bridge quite a few times. It's a lot better than I was when I was playing bridge regularly. That is such an interesting question that I feel like we don't want to ask here. But if he takes to the question... That too. Why did that person say yes? That's not... You're not... I think we got, like, a case of inability to read. Maybe you're just answering for him. I don't know. I'm sure that any question that's related directly to that scenario, you could probably think of a lot of them, and Squid has probably answered quite a few of them. So, I fear maybe in my chat especially, we don't want to pester him with questions, you know? That's, of course, assuming that he's here. But hopefully his stream was enjoyable. I don't really know what he was doing other than a little bit of Skyblock prior to the bridge duels. I'm going to assume probably farming, considering I think we still have Finnegan. But of course I could be wrong. I know yesterday he was doing farming, and then during the night times he was doing Headless Horseman for Midnight Die. Which, considering we have another 3x Midnight Die, I wouldn't be shocked if he was doing that again. Says hour profile and farming for 2 hours, then duels. Okay. That tracks. Kill the thing. I'm gonna die. Or not. I'm not gonna die at all, I guess. I had 0 faith in myself. Almost maxed my Beastier from helping him kill out the Swordsman yesterday. Nice. I think I'm almost maxed with my... well, not almost. I have like 80 or 90 left, but... Me and the person that I'm doing this series with that I'm doing right now, he and I... we were doing... Every time that... I told him specifically, if you want to get a midnight die ever, which he already has one, so I guess that didn't really benefit much. But I said, it's probably not... This is probably the last Beastier I'm ever going to, like, finish, assuming... there's a provided midnight 3x. Then I'm only really ever going to do Headless Horseman unless there's a 3x midnight. Because it's just not worth it, considering I want to obtain dies. I feel like I had a stroke saying that, and that was probably not very understandable, but that's okay. What's my playtime? 5,500 hours-ish, I think. I need to keep more track of what phase I'm on for this boss. I'm just losing it. I'm almost done with the bestiary. Yeah, I have exactly 80 left. So, it's pretty much only when I'm going for the die. But if there's a 3x, I'm usually down. There's a couple pretty decent spots to be able to spawn him. Probably should hold my sting. God damn. That was nice. I would not be opposed to getting another Primordial Eye today, I'm not gonna lie. That would be pretty cool. Video game. You would do that for me, right, video game? Lurk's got 2. Roll Flame Die? No. No, I don't want to, actually. I'm okay. But Flame Die out of every Slayer die is probably the one that I would have the best chance of dropping. Only because of my daggers. Because they actually have Kime 5 on them. That's about it. It's just, I'm probably not going to drop it. You have yet to put Divine Gift on yours? I wonder if I did. Boop. Nope. Flame Die's only dropped if you have a low XP or an insane amount. There was a dude... I posted this in the Twitch theme the other day. But I was actively doing Spider Slayers for money a week ago or something. And there was a guy that dropped one in the lobby. And he had no fucking clue because he had sounds off. He didn't have any mod that displayed it at all. And he had just moved to 1.21. I think he was like in the middle of not playing and then moved like a bit after the change, right? And so his like GUI scale for his chat was too small for him to realize what had happened. And then he looked in his inventory like 5 minutes later and go, when the fuck did I drop this? And I went, are you serious? You didn't know? I was unhappy. I will take another cocoon boss. I don't have much HP. So this is really inconvenient, but... Cool. I didn't die. I should have died. Only dropped Nyanzadine was completely on accident. He had caps lock on. I mean, that's a completely reasonable thing to have caps on, I feel like. That's how I react, usually. I'm not gonna get upset with you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm trying to look at stuff. Hey! Hey! Thank you. I dropped the pearlescent. I heard this sound was very confused for a solid minute. So, when you drop pearlescent die, it's not an item on the ground, right? Or is it? Because I guess you would have that that thing from dragons. I'm assuming it just pops in your inventory. So, thus, it should be the same for midnight die, right? Considering you drop them from regular spooky mobs and Headless Horseman. I feel like it'd be weird if it was different. Unless it's Jade. That makes sense because Jade is specific. And that's the only way to drop... I mean, Slayer dies... I guess it doesn't make sense for Slayer dies. To me. Because that is the only way to drop them. But things like Midnight and Pearlescent, that makes sense because they also have other methods of obtainment. Technically, Archfiend die, you have to roll a 7 and then wait through that entire like cutscene bullshit. The unskippable cutscene in Hypixel Skyblock. That wasn't mine. Why was it not mine? I thought that was mine. Also, I'm coming up on, I think, maxing Vanquisher Bestiary, 883. Archfiend, Nade, Chico, and Ollie die. Well, I've dropped one of those. Archfiend. I don't have it. It's gone. I sold it for 220 mil when it was still expensive, but I had it at some point. I only remember that it was 220 mil because Fire bought it. But right there. It cocooned? I didn't see it cocoon at all. But I'll believe you. Yeah, but you're sitting here talking about the... I want those dies, though, guys. The only dies that I have the stupid non-gold top. I want one that has a golden top. I mean, Archfiend Die, I guess, has a golden top, but realistically, I feel like it shouldn't. I feel like Archfiend Die, out of all of the dies that have a golden top, is probably the least deserving of having a golden top. But I do understand why it has one, and it's probably because it's super fucking expensive to drop sometimes, assuming that you sit there for way too long trying to get one. What the fuck is the next song? Hang on. I know what that song is. I said I believed you, homie. I am going to look at it later then, because I gotta lock in. The brick red die waits for no man, and I've only done 100,000 XP so far today. That's not enough. Jockey! I was worried for a moment that this guy was going to start fucking up my boss, and then I realized he genuinely... I do not have any faith that this person can shoot my boss. And I guarantee he's getting a message in his chat saying that he cannot hit it, and yet he's continuing to try. Yeah, he was trying to shoot it. That makes sense. I think that the first die that I dropped for this series, I don't know really how I'm going to react at all. Because aside from the Archfiend die, the only other two dies that I have are Necron die. I mean, I was kind of excited for the Necron die, I guess. That's wrong. I was, like, really excited for that one, because that is probably the first rare-ish die that I've gotten. And then I bought the Pure White die, which obviously that's not very rare. But I bought it because there's less of them in the Vincent contributions than there are Pure Black dies, so Pure Black die is next. and then Chocolate Die. Those are my only dies, and then Archfiend. I'm, like, really sad. I have the paid dies, too, the gem dies, but that's not good. Holy shit. I got juked by my own boss. That wasn't cool. I was not paying attention to what phase of the boss I was on, so it jumped behind me, and I was so ready to keep stabbing it. I was about to be mad and call the fucking call Maddox to try and restart the boss. What? Oh, I wonder if there's machos in this lobby. Is there any machos? Nope. All the machos are gone. Or they're not spawned yet. That's possible. Oop, I'm almost out of arrows. That's bad. You're a macho? Thanks. I appreciate that. I really like how my music thing in the top left is showing not the image. That's not what I wanted. All jacks. Has it been showing any of the, like, song covers at all this whole time? Because it's supposed to. It hasn't? Leah, I just talked about how it didn't show this one. I don't know why it's being so finicky right now. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it to show up. It what? What? But it would. Why have you been? Did you lie to me? Also, I don't want to listen to this. I don't take lightly. Could be just that I opened it. What? That's not wide enough? Can I make it better? Hey! I spawned my boss? I wasn't ready. I wasn't paying attention. I never once thought that I didn't have the overlay wide enough. Or that I didn't have it wide enough to display every single song title that I could possibly want to for a song that I could possibly want to listen to. But this is a first. I don't want to type in YouTube chat. That doesn't... That didn't change anything. Give it back. It is at the max width. What if I do this? It's because there was a max width. Okay. I figured it out. I don't want to listen to this. Not right now. Give me this one. Sitting here like that should fit. I was about to be angry. I figure out new things a lot about my streams. Chat, they used several biomes here, and it makes me happy, but it also makes me sad because I want my nether... as bright as this is, this looks cool. This also looks cool, but that looks cooler. I think that means they used a basalt delta, though, for that. That, or they used a custom biome. Either are plausible. So I got a couple responses about Fire's shader pack, Rethinking Voxels, which is just complementary reimagined but with better shadows. Or complementary unbound. It's one of the two. And it's that if I want to use the shaders with my graphics card, which I can't do because it provides a graphics driver error. If I want to be able to use it, I have to downgrade my driver version by 2 years. Which is a little bit annoying. And I will not be doing that just to use a texture pack or a shader pack. But that is the only solution that people have found. Is to use 25.10, which at least I think is from 2024. I don't know if it's like end of 2024 or beginning. But I tried downgrading my graphics drivers recently to see if that would fix anything. Didn't. And then I went to their Discord and they said, no, do it further. And I went, I don't want to go from 26 to 25. But something that I did benefit from, when I reinstalled them and I started editing a video immediately after, I don't know what happened in the last installation of my graphics drivers, but they were bad because everything runs so smoothly now. Could just be the fact that I did like a clean install of everything and a clean uninstall. So, you know, went into safe boot. I removed all the shit. And then I reinstalled all the shit. And then I updated it after I realized that I didn't want to use that shit. And, yeah. Are you metering die at this point? Well, if I wanted to meter die, it would take me another 35,196 tarantulas. So... I don't know. Like a day? Yeah, surely. We looked at how many bosses I did the other day, and I was, like, gobsmacked. Because we were looking at, like, lurks. Figuring out, like, his spider stuff. And he's done 723 tier 5s, and he's dropped 2 eyes at this point. And, like, 4 or 5 wasps or something. Great, wonderful. And I went, I have, like, about 5 million spider stuff. And I didn't realize how many I had done until I looked. But apparently I've done 3,000. And I thought that I would have had done, or I guess I've done 6 million XP now. I thought I would have done less than I did tier 4s. Not, well, I guess I hit 3,000 a day. But still, the point is I thought I would have done less than I did tier 4s. Because to me that makes sense, because I did tier 4s when you right-click them and they died. And it took 5 minutes to go through 20 of them. But I guess not. Because that was never a thing that I did. And it kind of put in the perspective, like, when this boss dropped, how many of them I did. Might have been too many. Yeah, but they don't die in 2 hits. You still have to do, like, the boss or something. There is the eggs. No, I also like the spider update. I just didn't realize how much I liked the spider update. Rum? You don't get to pick what I drink. Also, alcohol will never be on that list. Hello, World's Worst on YouTube. Ooh. Ooh. Guess what I got last night? Another Devon alloy. Jade dye. Just talking to talk? Oh, okay. Hey, that helps me. I'm okay with that. If people showed up to the YouTube chat and talked just to talk, you know what? I'm not opposed. Not only would it be more people in the YouTube stream and also get that pushed, but people would talk. But also, I do fear the moment that if the YouTube streams ever pick up to the same degree that the Twitch streams did for me, I don't want to have Fire's chat. I don't want to have Fire's chat experience. I really don't. And I know it's going to happen because I know that that's just the reality of the YouTube scene of Hypixel Skyblock, but I don't want it. Fire's YouTube chat is... and I'm not going to use this in a mean way, but very ignorant. Like, 90% of the people in his chat are ignorant to about every other thing on YouTube. Twitch? The Twitch scene for Skyblock is a lot more, like, people... you get the occasional, like, new guy who moved over and is like wanting to get some information while live because Twitch is probably a better place to do that anyway. But the YouTube chat like doesn't have a clue what's going on usually for his chat. And if they do, then it's, I mean, like, it's not bad, but mine Iron Man, nope, not even a little bit. I almost killed myself. No, that's Demonic. Demonic's number 1. I'm not, like, throwing shade towards the YouTube chatters. That's fine. I mean, like, there's going to be a community of ignorant people somewhere. But I didn't know that, like, it was as bad as it was. Yeah, Demonic has always had the ability to get number 1. The only thing that he was missing was Voter's Badge. That's all that McGuire had on him. Because McGuire got Max Voter's Badge literally first mayor. But Demonic has better UID, so he diffs McGuire. Dude. Chat. I love this song. This song is so epic and cool and good. This song should still be regularly played on the radio. Radio stations just go with whatever's popular at the current moment, because that's what gets them the most money. At least for that genre. Right? The more people that listen into the radio, the more money that they generate. Which is fine. That's the business model. That makes sense. But we all have our own music tastes. So they go with what the general populace has over what the individual populace has. And obviously that drastically changes with individual generations and individual demographics of people. So, I mean, I wouldn't say they fell off. I'd say they're still doing regularly exactly what they should have, but It's fine. That's why we have Spotify. Who listens to the radio? Me. I do. There's some songs on there that I still, like, hear for the first time ever there. Also, a lot of people who can't actually pay for, like, the subscriptions on these platforms use the radio a lot. You think that E-Man is fun? No, actually, E-Man is my second least favorite Slayer. Sven goes on top of that, but I desperately, desperately hate E-Man. It wasn't fun. I don't really have a way to explain it other than I just did not enjoy it. Like, while I was going through it, I would end up getting, like, just kind of fed up with it and or bored and then wanting to do other things 90% of the time. I only did it to get my meter out of the way. And I do feel like part of the problem might have been... So I didn't... I basically didn't do all of E-Man, right? It was probably one of the most uninvolved experiences that I've ever had, and it's probably just simply about the way that I went about it. But going from E-Man 1 to whatever the fucking Jujube requirement was, I paid for all those carries, right? Great. There's already some of it of the game that I skipped that I probably wouldn't enjoy because I skipped it. Whereas I could have enjoyed it if I would have actually done it. And then, following that, I started streaming Skyblock, and I was doing dungeons, and then I got into a little circle of people, of a bunch of good dungeon players, and they're like, hey, we're gonna, like, indoctrinate you into our little dungeon cult. Not actually, but, like, they started taking me into dungeons, and then I did, like, a 24-hour stream or something, and... because I think that night I had dropped my first handle, and I was doing the 24-hour stream to get my 1,000 collection for the Diamond Head. Finished that, got a handle at some point amongst that, grind, and then me and the person that I was doing it with in the same group decided, why not have me being the person, or why not have me get E-Man 7 tonight via carries from the other person that was in call. So I got carried all the way to E-Man 7 to be able to use my term, and then I didn't touch E-Man until I had fully, like, what was it, Fiery, Crimson, and an Atom Split. I didn't do it. There was no experience in E-Man that I enjoyed because I didn't experience E-Man. And I think that's probably the biggest reason. I got a lot of money from E-Man 7 to 9. I dropped 8 Judgment Cores. It's a fuck ton of money. However, making money doesn't necessarily mean enjoyment for me. So... hello, Flaplid. Like, I think out of everything on my profile, if I was to redo anything specific, it would be my grind to E-Man 9. Because... up to E-Man 7, I did no part of it. I did not struggle with any part of Enderman Slayer. And... I just think that that's... not a... personally, I don't think that that was good for me. In terms of enjoyment. And it kind of soured all of E-Man. But I do appreciate that Eman Slayer is what got me Infernal 1010 Crimson. That was pretty nice. That 1010 Crimson did not last very long. But it was not fun. Another thing about Eman that's weird is if someone spawns a boss, or that was weird, I don't know if they fixed this or if it was ever meant to be fixed, but if someone spawns something, like a boss, and nothing spawns there anymore? At all? It just stops. I got routed, so I reset my account, but lost 100 mil, and the account they used to give their router the coins is banned. Am I cooked? I don't know what you just said. You got ratted, so you reset your account, but you lost 100 mil, and the account they used to give the router the coins is banned. What? Am I Barbarian or Mage? Both. I have Max Mage up. I'm working on Barb Rep right now. Reset the Microsoft password. I don't know. You should probably get rid of whatever mods you have that got you ratted. Or whatever you did to get you ratted. Yes, so you can swap freely between the two factions. They're both XP, Skyblock XP. I don't think he was talking about... Maybe he was talking about, like, losing the money, but I feel like... That, to me, seemed more like a question of, does he think he's also going to get banned? But... It's S-Fix. What? What does that mean? What? It's fix? You didn't give me any... What's fixed? What? The spawn... Oh, wait, no. The Enderman spawning thing. That's what you're talking about. Never mind. I get it. I understand. Yeah, no. That... Fucking... Stupid. Hated it. Hated every... Like... Someone else spawned an Enderman on my lair. I can't spawn there no more. Bye. Also, the weird, really weird, like, large amount of griefers in Enderman Slayer, as well as, like, territorial bullshit that went on. Enderman Slayer is also, I feel like, one of those Slayers that people don't help with. As in, like, if you asked for help in that lobby, they're just like, oh, no, just do it. No, fuck you. Enderman Slayer people are mean. I'm gonna blame Cyclone for that one. He was mean. I will also still never understand why Cyclone always had Discord muted on stream. That shit was so weird. He'd just be talking to people that were not in a chat of any kind. You would not be able to hear them the whole time. So no one would have any fucking clue what was going on. It's always so funny. They probably say slurs. Wouldn't be surprised. Surprised. Diagonal penis. I feel like that kind of tracks with Skyblock players. Bitch. I didn't clip the vial of venom. I mean, at least I... Oh, that's a good point that I just made to myself. I can at least take the VODs. Oh, but I have to put the VODs in my DaVinci, and I don't want to do that. That's going to take literal, like, 15 minutes to have every single one be rendered and then be laggy as fuck. No, I don't want to do that. But I can skim through VODs and then take the individual instances of dropping items. Since Inventory HUD Plus shows them. So in case I didn't clip something, I can get it back if I need. I didn't really consider that, but that's, like, kind of useful. I like aiming a little bit only because of the eyes. The summoning eyes. I feel like we have our priorities wrong. I think I dropped... I don't know how many. I did not drop very many summoning eyes when I did EMAN 9. Marker keybind for my streams and marks the timeline both in Twitch and my editing software so I don't have to sift through 6 hours of footage for one thing. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing, but usually I use the replay buffer mostly for most of my stuff. I barely record things at this point. Unless it's like pickup shots for either the intro, outro, or like voiceovers and stuff. But everything stream related, usually I'm not actually recording. I'm just using the replay buffer and then clipping specific things, like whether or not it's funny or if I drop something or if something meaningful happened for the video. Chat, I gotta do this thing called Take the Fattest Piss. I'll be back. Metal sucks ass. Okay. De-influence me because I also hate it. Like I said, replay buffer. Just set up the... I mean, it means you have to have OBS open always, right? Hang on. Let's go here. So you see OBS. See, it's great. Wonderful. Cool. Chilling. Right? See this button? Replay buffer. Just set it up. And you don't have to have it recording. And you can set whatever time. Obviously, I have it set to a minute back max. But it's not metal, and you get to keep your tracks from your recordings. So, I mean, there's that. Like you can see up here, I have all my audio on different tracks, right? Mic and audio. We have music. We got Discord. We got desktop audio. The replay buffer at least keeps all that stuff consistent. I would just use that. It is so nice, and it's the same thing. You just press a button, and then you got it. Like I have a Stream Deck, and I have a replay buffer button, and it's just simply better, in my opinion. And it takes every setting that you have from OBS. So like if you want your things to be, I think I record stuff in 10,000 bit rate, might be 12. Whereas stream only goes up to 6K, I think, per stream. Then you can have that, but... Also, sorry that maybe that felt like longer than what a piss should have been. I saw that my dad was ordering pizza, and then I went to figure out what kind of pizza he was ordering. And then he said he was gonna, because I mentioned something about us not having had a taco pizza from Pizza Hut in a very long time. And so he was looking, but they discontinued them, and I'm so pissed off because I loved the taco pizza from Pizza Hut, but they're not a thing anymore. We have 3 pizza places. We order from like the big 3 pizza places: Pizza Hut, Domino's, and Pizza Caesars. Little Caesars. Little Caesars are just nice because it's cheaper. Domino's has better pizza, and then Pizza Hut I have to be in a very disgusting food mood. Because Pizza Hut is gross, but it's good. Like physically gross. It's super... I think you might understand what I'm saying. I don't think I'm lagging. Chat, I'm not lagging, right? Twitch chat? YouTube chatter asked. I'm not seeing drop frames or any sort of inconsistencies within stream. And my Wi-Fi seems to be just fine this time, so... Oh, I've never been there. But for the time being, I'm gonna agree with her, because I've never been there. Because I can't like something if I've never had it. There is a gas in the atmosphere. Why are we typing essays in my chat? Holy fuck. Oh. Let's, reduce essays. Thanks. Excuse me, I'm trying to kill something. Don't do it, then. Have fun. You see, it's pretty simple if you didn't do it. Help? Help with what? Well, then get a Juju. Have fun. Marine Die Storm or Spooky Die Maxer. Spooky Die Maxer, you said? It's a website. As I'm sure that you could tell. Versus Storm, you said? With Marine? That's a good question. Because all of those blues work really well. They just don't quite match the highlights. But these... kind of all match. Yeah.
Oh. Because the door was still wide open and they were just like looking at the fence like they were going to jump.
No, I let them out.
No, I made them come back in.
That's fine. Gotta rate my dungeon profile. Why not Portal Die? I think Portal Die is the only thing that truly ever goes with Maxer because it goes through all the colors, including the highlights on the helmet. But I do kind of like the mostly dark of Spooky. Like, this is nice. I don't know if I like how dark it goes, though, there.
Yeah, that part.
So I might say it's better for you to go Marine.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah, I think Marine might be good. What does Kingfisher look like? Okay, not good. What about Ocean? No, Ocean looks bad, doesn't it? Ocean does the same thing that Portal Die does. Goes too bright. That is too many colors. Yeah, I think Marine Storm. Sorry, Dex Rock. I'd be able to help you, but PVs are not something that I'm comfortable doing because, one, if I give you the wrong information, that's on me. Two, I'm not very good at giving help in this game anyway. I've done things very drastically different to most people in certain scenarios, and I haven't been in certain parts of the game for a very long time in comparison to some other people, so the level of advice that I can give to an individual person is probably not nearly as much as some other people. So, on basis of I don't want to misinform you, I won't PV or rate profiles or do anything of that similarity. Not necessarily because I get annoyed with them. I did used to get annoyed with them, but I did them when there were things that I was doing that was the same and that I was doing them at the same time as other people, and I had a better grasp of what was going on in that part of the game. But now I don't. Otherwise, I'd love to help people, and I could fix that if I started a new profile, which I've considered. I might start a new profile eventually. Just restart, but yeah. No, I am not a very good advice giver for this game. Did I have anything due today? I don't think so. I'm getting my ass beat. No, nothing's due today. There was something due today at 5 p.m., but that was an extra credit thing that I don't need. Tomorrow there's a mock exam, and then the project that I've done is due. And the presentation! Today was such a nice day, but it feels like the weekend because I woke up at 2. No, I did not. I woke up at noon, and then I got out of bed at 2. But, it's like probably the most relaxing term I've had in a very long time in terms of classes. Because the other class that I would have had to go to today, there was no reason to. Because the four classes get dropped in terms of attendance out of 10. Nope, 20. So you could miss a fifth of them and be just fine. So we didn't go today because we took the final on Monday. So I'm chilling there. And then the other thing that I had today was an open lab. Like, usually we'd be there for the lab itself, but today was open questions, pointless. There was no attendance. You didn't need to go if you didn't have any questions about the class. And then the other class, the one that I had yesterday and the one that's tomorrow, it was supposed to have done the presentation yesterday. We didn't go, so we're doing it tomorrow, which I'm a bit upset about. I would have rather liked to have gotten it out of the way instead of waiting for the final day, but that's okay. But that's going to happen tomorrow. And then I'm going to move on. And then I'll have one final on Tuesday. So after tomorrow, I have a 4-day weekend of Thursday. No. Yeah, after I get home tomorrow at like noon-ish, I'll have the most amount of free time that I've had the whole term. I'll have Friday through Monday off. I'll have a midterm at 8 a.m. Tuesday. And then I'll be done for the term until like the end of March, I think. So I'll be hard chilling. I might need to buy another gummy bear because I have another like 45 minutes worth of spiders to do today. Nope. 35 minutes worth of spiders to do today. I am going based off of the Skyhanny profit tracker because I have it set to take 90 seconds for it to stop counting. Because you can change how long it goes inactive for. And I think that if I stopped moving for longer than 90 seconds, I'm probably not doing anything related to the game. So once that hits 2 hours, that should be the... I mean, technically right now that 8 hours is up. I think I did 3 hours one of the days. But once that hits 2 hours, we'll be done with brick red dye. So let me buy another gummy bear. Oh, okay. You don't eat it. No, I didn't want to. It's okay. But yeah, that website is called Skytrim. Here's the link. Demonic sent it to me on Monday, and I was sitting there confused because I couldn't fucking open it because you can't open it on your phone. It just doesn't work. I mean, maybe you can, but it's not meant for your phone in the slightest. But yes. But that takes for fucking ever. Whereas you could open the link and then click on the thing that also shows you the recent dyes that you've been selecting and also lets you pick whatever helmet you want without having to know the NBT name of the helmet. Excuse me, Tarantula Boss. I need you next to me, not flying. Never put the poison away. Was that good enough to let you know that I chug a drink of something out of a can? I hope so. Excuse you. Do it again? Well, it didn't get redeemed again, so why would I do that? That is true. It does have a cooldown. Wide penis. If I'm not mistaken, half of my clips are of me seeing the eggs in the sky for this video and saying it's a penis. It happens so freakishly often. It's not really necessary. Ah. Gulp. Ah. That's so sad. Why did that happen? I did not like the way that that felt. That was not cool. Oh yeah. I also have a final, I don't want to say project. What is it? Like, final paper to turn in Sunday? That I need to get started probably today, if not tomorrow. I think it has to be 9 pages minimum, which is not too many. And should be pretty reasonable considering our project does completely work. I can feel it, you'll be getting the die in your next boss. You might be a bit overzealous. Oh my god! Oh my god! I don't think I got it. Free mini boss. Oh, my boss spawned. What? When? Insane. Where's the boss? Found it. So, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 115-ish million coins to... No. 230 million coins, roughly. If I wanted to put like 5 million meter towards the Slayer for just a non-K feathers. And while I'm not going to do that, I am considering that for the specific meter dies, after doing them, purchasing a couple of Ananke feathers just to push a little bit more towards the meter being full, so that way in the next attempt, the chance of me getting the die goes up. Also, finally having the rule set for the Direman profile to be able to read through and understand what the fuck is going on is so nice. Almost 20 minutes left. I do not think that I will be doing much after I'm done with the spiders today. I think I might be ending stream to work on some stuff, and or maybe I will be playing Grand Theft Auto 5. Who really knows? Who knows? Me, I know. Alright, what am I doing then? Ooh, fly swatter. Spider? I don't think so. Or like farming. Yeah, off stream that's probably what I would be doing, considering I need Wardy still. If I'm gonna do anything Skyblock right now. But there's no guarantee that I'm not gonna get started on that project thing that I was literally just talking about, the final paper. Alternatively, I simply just don't until tomorrow, which is probably going to be what's happening, but... No, I'm probably going to have a group meeting tomorrow. Hello, Ultra Hazard. Welcome back. I'm just trying to just trying to finish up my last, like, 20-ish minutes of grinding for Brick Red that I have for this week. And I can finally turn my meter back to toxic arrow poison. And make money. Taking a farming break. Oof. Somebody asked in the Twitch chat how the thumbnail came out. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but other than I'm assuming you were making a thumbnail. Floplid, you could absolutely just go to the YouTube stream and ask, you know, it would probably be easier. Probably. I feel like taking a break from farming is pretty reasonable, though. Farming is certainly a skill of all time that exists in this game. I'm almost out of arrows. $200 gigabytes of farming footage? I don't. It'd be a blast editing it. Yeah. How? I'm gonna ask a bit of a question, but for a larger project that takes larger amounts of hours of footage, how would you edit that? Do you edit that in like separate timelines and then merge the timelines together? Because I know that sometimes if you try to edit things, and at least on my end, if I try to put too much stuff into one timeline, then it starts running a bit slow. Or not one timeline, project. I don't really think I've ever thought about that. Biggest project was 16 minutes, so I've never run into the issue. We just do one timeline? Okay. I was talking about was the drill one you were posting in iCal's Discord? Oh. Yeah, because I was, something like, I had an idea yesterday about something that would probably be about 100 hours worth of footage that I would condense down into something small and consumable within a reasonable time frame. And I just didn't know if to edit that, if I should just put all of that in the same timeline or if I should split that. And then merge them all at the end when it's time to render. Although timelines can be a good idea for sure. Okay. That's good. Good to know. That or I really did solve all my issues because I reinstalled my graphics drivers recently and they suddenly DaVinci Resolve is not being a baby back bitch anymore on trying to render some stuff. Technically did 2 for my intro and main footage even though I said I only used 1. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, okay. I'm glad that that is, like, not something that's incorrect, then. Because that is something that, like, I was thinking about, but I didn't think would be plausible. But I guess if you, like, kind of... What's the word? If you kind of storyboard it in a way that makes sense. I guess that could make sense, yeah. Okay. Multiple comps, too. Yeah. Good to know, good to know. Thank you. Appreciate it. $291 magic find. Maybe I shouldn't hold my hype when I'm trying to kill something. Good to do for big sections, but having it randomly split every 10 minutes would be weird. No, yeah, no, I understand that. That I am aware of. At least how, like, a composition of a video I can maintain. Well, maybe if I wasn't stupid, I wouldn't keep trying to hit it with a sting in phase 2. I'm gonna die. I was about to ask what happened to my boss. And then I realized what happened to my boss without having to ask the question. Oh my god. It has been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Fire told me already. He said, hey, don't do that. And I went, okay, I won't do that. And then I do it anyway. Gotta attempt to edit this stuff. So I'll see you around. Have a good one, homie. Don't die while editing. That would probably be very sad. Morgan, thank you for the raid, homie. How was your stream? Someone's gonna kill that. Fuck! No! Hi, Morgan. I like this song more. This is a good song. Going. Today is the least lucrative day I've had so far. I just hit combat 87. The previous 2 days, I dropped enough stuff to the point where I was making, in the 2 hours, 120 mil an hour. Which was fucking insane. You ever get that I need to keep editing this, but I also want to keep playing feeling? Yes, no, literally. That is the exact reason that my die grinding series is structured the way that it is, that I have to stop it, like, or that I am doing 8 hours, and then, I mean, like, I can do more if I want, but it's 8 hours, and then I leave Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to edit and upload. Ideally, I get it done before Sunday, so I can upload it in the morning. But I legitimately, I'll start editing, and then I'm like, man, but I could be doing this myself again, like right now, and making more money, or making more progress in Skyblock, and then I just doesn't really work out that well, you know. Bro, I sniped that shit. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'll take a digested mosquito. That's the 4th one, I think. Second most expensive item. Third most expensive item. I'll take it. I'm not upset with that at all. Also, I need to figure out how to noise gate on my mic be on just through OBS. But the keep playing side keeps winning. Yeah, same. And then I saw Fire. Fire's a very good friend of mine, right? You know, good friends, very good friends. He started like doing really, really well recently, and I went, wait, so I could also do really, really well if I actually made the videos that I wanted to make. And then I finally got out of my own head, because I've had this thing where I wanted to make creative videos this entire time. I wanted to make large-scale creative videos because I think that those are more fun to make, and I think that they're what Hypixel itself lacks, or the Skyblock scene lacks, is large-scale creative videos. I think Looney's about the only person that truly can make a creative video at the moment. And Squid. Squid's video was pretty good. And then the Iron Man profile came out with a very creative idea, and I started thinking, what if I could make creative idea-based content that's shorter? That's why I started this series. And it got me out of that pit hole of not ever actually being able to make anything, because previously my editing was too slow to be able to keep up with any sort of updates on any major videos that I was working on, which is why neither of my two video essays came out, because they were outdated by the time I was even halfway done. What is Iron Man? Odin and Wiley, they have a profile where they follow whatever die Vincent is the skill or something directly related that they can do. So like Aquamarine die has to be in for them to water fish. Their whole profile is based off it, and then it's also an Iron Man profile. I think there was like one exception. It might have been farming, so that way they could at least always make money for certain things, but yeah. I rated Odin a couple days ago, or if not, I'm pretty sure I rated Odin yesterday. But I still am also going to make those larger scale, higher quality editing videos, because I like making videos that have higher quality editing in them. I'm not... The videos I'm making now, I'm still incorporating what I've learned intentionally into like the intro and the outro, and then the middle part's just like gameplay, funny moments, stuff like that. That doesn't really take a whole lot. But the animation style that I've been learning, or the animations that I've been learning, such as like the wheel at the end of the video that spins, I made that custom. Anytime anything shows up that's like an item tooltip, like where it says digested mosquito here, I'll remake that separately so that way you can't see through the background. And then I'll use that. And then also making thumbnails and stuff. It's been fun. I've been learning a lot. I've been doing a lot. So I'm getting that like all completely finished up. And now that I am capable of doing it, I can like actually make the larger scale videos if I wanted. I just can't make them on new content. Anything that's new content based is just going to absolutely get fucking rolled by the time anything happens that I have anything to say, because of updates that happen immediately after an update comes out. But yeah. I'm not in the burning desert, so this isn't going to count. Stop going this way. Come here. Yeah, I can actually, like, I'm making stuff that I'm enjoying now. And sometimes it does well. Like the pearlescent video is doing well right now. And the Nyanzadai did very well. I'm actually, so I'm very happy now. I was kind of a little bit upset because I went into learning, like, Blockbench and Minimator more so for the pearlescent live video. For the thumbnail itself. And at first, when I was doing the same as some of the other ones, I was like, "Oh man, that kind of sucks." I put like a lot more effort into that thumbnail than I put into any of the other thumbnails so far, because I went and learned like a third-party program and I moved over to GIMP for it as well, rather than just doing everything in DaVinci Resolve, which I've been doing everything in DaVinci Resolve, including thumbnails before. It's not bad. I really like DaVinci Resolve for that. But seeing that yesterday it started actually, like, pushing out the videos, I was pretty excited. It's also the longest version of the Die series videos that I've posted so far. I also fucked around with titles. There were 3 different titles for that video. And I think the one that started doing the best is I spawned 100 dragons to try and drop this die. Mr. Beast title? Yeah, and it did well. So did the thumbnail. I mean, the intent is to grow on YouTube, right? That's what my intention is. And make content that's entertaining. And if I have to make a little bit of a clickbaity title for people to watch it, oh, boo-hoo. It is what happened, though. That is exactly what happened. It wasn't necessarily clickbait. I did spawn 100 dragons. I did not drop the die, but I did spawn 100 dragons to try and drop the die. That was the point. I did also think that the thumbnail that did the best was the one that was going to do the best, honestly. So I wasn't too shocked about it. Still just sad that it wasn't the one with the Ender Dragon looking like a cat. Oh, I hit 2 hours, chat. This is the last one. I did not realize that. Alright. Let's go see how much money we made. Oh, wait. Pick that back up. So in 8 hours of, or 9 hours? In 9 hours of Spider Slayer, I dropped 400 million coins worth of items. The books aren't even on the list. That's not bad. What about web? I don't know how much web I started on. I'd have to actually look. But I know that I started about half a chest in here, so we'll say 7.5 mil. Wait, that's not true. Started about half a chest in here. $7, $15, $30, $45, $62 million-ish. Send me your mod pack. You can download the Modrinth version of it off of my Discord, but I'm not sending you my configs. I don't want to. Not right now, at least. I'll make a config version of my mod pack eventually, but there's not a whole lot. Especially not considering Lunar's configs are, like, actually some of the worst things possible to read through. With, like, the fact that they read from 3 different folders. But the mods list is there. You can take that, but the config, I would suggest you make your own rather than taking someone else's. In every scenario. My fidget spinner stops fuck you. Yay. Okay, so with that, sorry. Okay, with that, yeah, about 400 million coins worth of items. Not bad. 160 Terrasilk, 4 wasps, 4 mosquitoes, 1 eye. Not bad at all. Is this Skyblocker? That has to be Skyblocker. Shocker. What is my net worth including what is in my chest? Holy fuck, I don't know. It's a really good question. This says I have 47 bill net worth. So I guess we can run off that. I wonder if this says anything different. Sky Helper says 59.2. Also, all this is non-cosmetic. I'd hope. Is this non-cosmetic? So yeah, Sky Helper says 59.3, almost 59.29. And then this would be 400, so that would be 59.7. Don't have anything else here. Plus whatever's in these. Whatever's in these, which only go up to here. But these 5 are full. These are the cosmetics that I do own. In these 3 chests, or in these 2 chests. Why are sunflower dyes so expensive? Um, 200 mil worth of stinky cheese. 500 mil worth of cake souls. 200 mil in this chest, which I don't understand why, but there is. I have 3 bonzo staffs that someone gave me a while ago. 40 mil worth of fish. And then all of these chests are all Diana items in exactly the same order. So, Tiger Plushie, Shelmet, Remedies. It goes from here. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of those. And then there's more up here in these chests. Ends here. So that's 9. So 17 double chests of Shelmets, which are 21 mil each. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 14 and a little bit of Crochet Tiger plushies. Wait, 8. No, that's 15 and a little bit. So if it's 8 down below, then it's 16 there. And then I think this is the same. Yeah, 15 and a little bit of Remedies. And then I have Cretan Urns and Washed Up Souvenirs. I don't think there's... And then I have this double chest of Crowns of Greed. And this partial double chest of Crowns of Greed. For some reason, I have a couple double chests of Pico Nimbuses. We're getting into all of my minions over here. And then I think this is random bullshit from when Tim was on the profile. So there's 100 mil there. 360 mil here because I have another primordial belt. I'll just put that on my person for now. Couple things there, slime minions, and then I think this chest is worth nothing anymore. That. And then just Inferno minions. So I would... we'll go with 61, probably-ish. 61 bill. Which is new. I'm finally out of 50, but I don't like cosmetic net worth. I hate cosmetic net worth, so I'm going to stick with the 60. I think cosmetic net worth is relatively stupid. So this being 900 mil doesn't really change anything. This being 500 mil doesn't really change anything. That's 1.5 bill. Can I sell you my alloy? I don't need it. You like my missing amber? Yeah, probably about 60. 4 bill is in my sacks. One bill of which is griffin feathers, because they're over 200k right now. Which means that that sack value will go down, but this is, like, expensive for griffin feathers. But, yeah, like I said before, with that being said, I'm done. I'm gonna raid. Cubix is doing spiders. You guys want to watch more spiders? Road to 100 mil spider XP or something. He still uses a flay. That's super sad. Is he doing... Hang on, I'm trying to figure out what he's getting for his drops. But, yeah, no. We're gonna head out. No new followers today. Fun. It's okay. I think I got 2 offline followers. That was kind of weird. I opened up OBS and saw the follower notification because someone followed me right as I opened it, and I was so fucking confused. He's doing silk. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna head out, chat. Have a good rest of your day. I won't be back today, probably. Bye. As for you, YouTube chat, I hope you guys show up again tomorrow. Go watch the YouTube videos. Please. I need you to. Anyway, that's it. Bye.